Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Is the way he challenges the black elite. He talks about the black elite that's on TV and speaks that honest truth that we've always talked about on this platform, that a lot of times the worst ideas get out to the black community because the Negroes on TV care nothing about actually going in and building for the community. And the reason they don't is because if they do that, they'll be punished. They'll be taken off the platform and replaced by somebody who plays ball. They'll be punished. They'll be taken off the platform and replaced by somebody who plays ball.
Salute, and welcome to class, gang. Welcome to class, guys. Come on in and hit that like button. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any group, gang, community, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth, we cater to common sense, and we do not complicate it, guys. Salute, Sigma Nation. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We got a good one today, guys. The weak black folks will not like what Candace Owens is going to have to say now. They not. She's not going to leave no room for victimization, guys. You know what I mean? So let's get it, guys. Y'all follow on in. Y'all should have y'all notifications hit and your bell set so that when we go live, you get the notifications, guys. So you're not late to class. We got the Turnbuckle King, Toxic Rain Scandal. Salute. I know you'll be live later. For those of you that want to catch up on Monday Night Raw content, he'll be live tonight with a reaction to the show. What's going on, gang? It's the righteous sphere. Yes, Candace Owens, she's going to give us her thoughts on this Montgomery Brawl, guys. Remember, Candace ain't speak on it yet. Guys. She ain't shared her thoughts. That's what we came here for today. Y'all not gonna like her thoughts because y'all just don't like her. But the truth will still be the truth, guys. So let's go and get straight on into it, guys. Before she get into the Montgomery situation, though, she got a couple of topics she want to touch on, guys. All right, she want to touch on. So we're gonna hear her out. Go on, Candace. Do your thing, girl.
To get the rest of the story, you'll just have to watch Convicting a Murderer, which will be coming to you this September. This 10-part series is exclusive to Daily Wire Plus, so join now at dailywire.com/subscribe to get 25% off your new annual membership so you can watch Convicting a Murderer when it premieres. Okay, now it's time for some topics du jour. Speaking of Black Lives Matter rotting people's brain, you are about to see a stunning example of just that when my friend, he's also running for president of the United States, Larry Elder, joined Charlemagne the God on The Breakfast Club. That is a notorious show. He always has presidential contenders on the show to discuss their ideas. And this time, Charlemagne the God brought on a young woman who was convinced that the system was rigged against Black people, blah, blah, blah. You've heard it all before. And what's fascinating about this clip is not her belief, but it's her insistence, even in the face of overwhelming evidence that she is.
Exactly, guys. Now remember the signs of a weak person, guys. Because I got the list. I still got the list, guys. I want you guys to peep something here, guys. Remember on the list, right here, guys. Number 8, a false sense of superiority. They be wrong. And faced with damning evidence, a weak person will still stick to what they know, which is nothing, guys. So you got to start learning these traits. I hope y'all don't be taking my 15 list for granted, guys. You can learn a lot from a dummy, guys. Word. But I did never tell y'all no lie. And that's what this victim mentality is. And it's not about color, yes. But why do black people seem to have the biggest victim mentality out this motherfucker? Why are we cool with being the special ed class of America, guys? We got to figure that out. We got to look deep in ourselves and figure that shit out. It's not cute.
Wrong. You're going to watch this young woman try to explain to Larry Elder, try to interject that despite black people holding all of the power in the Freddie Gray case, that they still had no power. And really because I want you to pay attention to this because you rarely get to see people that are this far brainwashed. She's almost short-circuiting in this clip.
No, Candace, we see it every day. Every time you try to talk sensible and have a logical, respectful conversation with them, with these bots. I call them bots. They're fucking robots. This is what we get. We see this on the regular, Candace. You don't. But we see this on the regular, bro. They're in a delusion. They are the new crackheads. Remember how we used to walk around and see a crackhead that just looked weird to us because they was out of touch with reality? Remember when a crackhead was the only thing in our community and in our society that was out of touch with reality? Nah, these social media heads be out of touch with reality. They are worse than the crackheads, bro, because they normalize their shit. They normalize their stupid behavior, bro. Incredible, yo. But yeah, Candace, we're about to see it, guys. Seeing is believing, guys.
Take a listen.
Systems of one of the largest cities in America, Baltimore. Freddie Gray died in police custody a few years ago. The mayor was black. The head of the police department was black. Number two,
it's not in charge of the system, but go ahead.
Number two person in charge of the police department was black.
Still not in charge
all of city council, Democrats, majority black.
Still not in charge of the system.
Wow.
That's a position.
6 officers charged, 3 of them were black. A judge before whom 2 of the officers tried their case found him not guilty was black.
Still not in charge of the system.
The city intendant of public schools was black. The county superintendent of public schools was black. The attorney general at the time, Loretta Lynch, is black, as was the president of the United States was black. And yet
still not in charge of the system. So who's in charge of the system?
Well, Wanda Sykes said when Barack Obama got elected, how are you going to complain about the man when you are the man?
Exactly.
Still not in charge of the system. I don't know. I just think she's just going to keep saying it and keep repeating it and hope that people just believe her or something. How could he go through that list and she could legitimately look up and just keep repeating that line? Still not in charge of the system. He talked about the attorney general. He talked about the president of the United States. He talked about the responding police officers. He talked about the judge. He talked about the entire city council, the majority of which was black, elected Democrat. And she says, no, we still have no power. How, honestly, give me a circumstance in which we would have more power than that. Quite literally, we were controlling, as I'm talking, we as in black Americans, were controlling the entire city. And we also had the top office in the land in the form of President Obama. And she's still saying, it's not in charge of the system. That is what I am talking about. That is such an incredible example of what I mean when I say BLM rots your brain.
It ain't just BLM. This is feminism. It goes far beyond Black Lives Matter, Candace. This is feminism that rotted their brain. When they took a bit of their apple, when that hell of a mama took a bite of that poisonous apple and brought it back to the hub, feminism. This is all it is, Candace. This is the devil's plan to divide and conquer. It's feminism. And they so stupid at mine talking about, you got half of them Candace running around talking about black people can't be racist. I that shit tickled me when that bitch wrote that shit, when she commented that shit. And then a simp enforcer that got his rep or got his clout up off of government zaddy school books, he goes simp enforcer. She's telling the truth. She's telling you facts. What facts she telling me, sir?
She knows the narrative. She is now being presented with facts to dispute her narrative, and she does not care. She holds on to it. Why? Because to let it go would represent an existential crisis for her, right?
Exactly, because number 12 on the 15 list of signs of a weak person, they rarely admit fault, bro. Because to admit fault will mean they don't know nothing, and the shit that they do know is wrong. So they try to save their embarrassment and just start lying even more. And one lie leads to another lie, which leads to another lie, and they be lying, knowing you know they lying, and these bitches and niggas is still lie.
When you have existed within your entire understanding of life has been that no matter what you do, it's not your fault because of the color of your skin. And then somebody introduces facts to you to show you that no, actually, in this particular circumstance, this was not an example of racism at all. Actually, you had full power. You had full power and control in these circumstances. And you cannot within you come out of that and say, wow, okay, I understand. Wow, I didn't look at it this way. You just keep repeating, still not in power. We still don't have power. That's still not system. That's not a system. It's because something has gone horribly wrong in your life, right? And that something has been that consistent concerted media effort to make Black Americans believe that they are victims. You are seeing the results of that. So I just had to show that clip because...
And I'll go deeper, Candace, because you on the surface with it. It starts at home. When you have that hell of a single mother who you see do everything, put the world on her back, because she'd rather do that than to submit to a man. When you come in the crib with that and you see that, you have sympathy and you have sorry and you just feel like a victim. You could relate to victim shit very well when that victim shit was still self-sabotaging. That still was a choice to be a single mother. Your mama had a choice. She chose to be a single mother and stay a single mother and not get you no masculinity or get herself any help, so that you can see that no woman's supposed to have to put the whole world on her back.
You should go pursue the entire interview, by the way. Larry Elder, if you've watched my show, I've said if there's one person that I would not want to debate, it's Larry Elder. I'm pretty convinced he has a photographic memory. He doesn't forget a single detail about anything. He's talking about something as recent as the Freddie Gray case. I've had him on my podcast, and he'll talk about something that happened in the 80s. And he recalls everything in such remarkable detail with so many facts. But pursue that clip in its entirety. Again, that's Larry Elder on the Breakfast Club speaking with Charlemagne the God.
All right. So now before we get to this next story, this is going to be for all my people, all my Candace haters, and I'm going to shorten the screen up. And fair use, YouTube. This is for educational purposes only, all right? Guys, make sure y'all get your screenshots ready. Make sure y'all get your recordings ready. For all of y'all that talk about, I ain't never hear her report on a white woman. I never hear her report on a white woman. She reports like how we report. She report on the bad behavior that come across her desk. So if white women displayed as frequent of the bad behavior on a national stage, then she'd report on it as shown. Let's go.
All right, guys, let's get into the story. The internet is divided. It's not about a Black person. It's about a young white woman. Her name was Alicia Duran because she is now dead. She was shot dead by an officer in Westminster, Colorado, after stopping her car on the wrong side of the road and reaching for her gun. So let's take a look.
All right, now
that
sounds oh so familiar. That sounds oh so familiar. And this is a white woman, guys. Candace reporting on this. Candace reporting on this, y'all.
Roll down your window. What's going on? You're in the wrong lane. Are you okay?
Now, you just heard Officer Adams. He's speaking to that woman, asking her multiple times if she's okay or if she needs medical attention. There was no response, but after a minute or two, that woman grabbed a handgun.
What do you got in there? What do you got in there, man? What do you got in there? What do you got in there? Oh!
The windows of that vehicle, you can see there, were shot out. Other officers rushed to see if they could help, but the driver, she was not responsive. Officer Adams then races to a driver in another SUV who watched this all play out.
Ma'am, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can hear the emotion in both of their voices. One of the bullets from Officer Adams' gun actually went through that woman's windshield and was embedded in the steering wheel. Luckily, she was not hit or injured, just shaken up. Officer Adams is currently on paid administrative leave while an independent investigation gets underway. Officials.
You ain't got to investigate him. They do that shit to us all the time when we give them a reason to shoot us dead in the street. He did the right thing. Shoot that shooter. And please don't be in my comments talking stupid, yo. Yes, I agree. If a chick is a stripper and she get robbed, I have no sympathy, bro. Stop asking me stupid questions. Like, oh, so you're condoning strippers getting robbed? Yes. Nigga, if that make you happy, ma'am, yes. They should get robbed. You know what I mean? They should catch AIDS. They should do a lot. They should go. They should go. So, all right? And yes, the woman, she deserved to get her ass shot. White, black, Asian, it don't matter.
Say it'll likely take several months to complete, then needs to be presented to the district attorney's office for further review.
So was that shooting justified? Let's see, just to recap, you have a young woman who was driving on the wrong side of the road in the opposite direction. The officer is very polite to her, asks her if she needs help. She's not answering him. She's not replying. She's not saying anything. I don't know what she's going through. I don't know if she's on drugs. And then, having not said a single word back to him after a couple of minutes, she proceeds to grab a gun in her vehicle. Let me think. Justified. Justified. Why is justified? It's not even a question.
Say it again, Candace. Say it again. Justified. Justified. Because they mad at you, Candace. They be hating. I see what you go through, sweetie. I see what you go through, my sister. But I'm going to play that back. I'm going to play that back. For the dumb niggas in the back. For the niggas that like to condone and like to look over there. They mama taught them how to be like, look over there. So now when you have conversations with niggas now, niggas will hit you with the look over there. Yep. I learned that. Niggas be knowing that look over here trick too, bro.
If she needs help, she's not answering him. She's not replying. She's not saying anything. I don't know what she's going through. I don't know if she's on drugs. And then, having not said a single word back to him after a couple of minutes, she proceeds to grab a gun in her vehicle. Let me think. Justified. Justified. Why is justified? It's not even a question whether or not it's justified. Because when you play stupid games, you sometimes win these sorts of prizes. You have to.
Candace, and you just earned yourself one of these, Candace. Word up.
You wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddammit, talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that, I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker.
She proceeds to grab a gun in her vehicle. Let me think. Justified. Justified. Why is justified? It's not even a question whether or not it's justified. Because when you play stupid games, you sometimes win these sorts of prizes. You have to imagine, you hear that officer's voice, you hear the emotion in his voice, how terrified he is. Now, we don't know his circumstances. Let's say he's got a wife and kids at home, young kids. Every single time that an officer pulls over a person in a vehicle, they do not know what they are going to get, right? So he thinks he's going to have a conversation with this woman. And it turns out she grabs a gun. That situation immediately transformed into life or death. Whose life was it going to be and whose death was it going to be? Now, if you're an idiot and you've had your brain rotted by BLM and you hate the police and you go, oh, no matter what, he should have thought to grab a taser while she grabbed a gun and tried to he could have put her in a chokehold. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, until there's a gun.
Yeah, exactly. That's the shit that they be saying when the black nigga gets shot. But he didn't do it. He shot her. and he's white, she white. He white, she white. She did not follow instructions and displayed bad behavior, poor choice in decision making, and she got her ass shot, guys.
In your face. He shot her because she deserved to be shot. It's unfortunate that she's dead. Yes, it's always, as I say every time, you never say you want the result to be that somebody is dead. I said the same thing what happened to George Floyd, even though obviously he took enough fentanyl to kill a horse. It's a sad thing when any individual dies. But in this circumstance, everything the police officer did was justified. Gratefully, he is able to go home to his family. Gratefully, the woman that was behind and was in the line of fire and basically could have been shot survived that. And she gets to go home to her family. Gratefully, every single person on that freeway who knows what she would have done. Maybe she was going to grab the gun and go on a shooting spree, gets to go home to their families that night because of something that the officer did. And if you hear his emotion, I hope that that compels you, because there's this media simulation that makes people think that officers are just having a good time. They just like to go out and kill and hunt people. He breaks down crying, right? Because of how quickly he realizes that things could have gone very badly. He could have been dead. He could have accidentally killed the innocent bystander. Officers are human beings that have to make these life or death decisions in an instant notice. It's very easy for us. Oh, we get to watch in the retrospect. What are 20 different things that I might have done now that I know that this woman has a gun? That's not how they're able to operate in the moment. They don't have that information available to them. And so, as I said, this woman unfortunately did something very stupid. The officer did the right thing in response. This was an absolute justified shooting. And I'm sure the court system will show that, because we know that there's going to be no protests. She's white. Nobody cares. This happens to a white person. Nobody cares. They're just like, oh, it only happens to black people when they don't. No, this is what happens in general when you don't listen to police officers. It doesn't matter what your race is. So there will be, as I said, no marches, no protests. There will be no demands to lock him up and throw away the key, because people will be able to think about this case sensibly, because there is no race dynamic here. When you have an important meeting, you do it behind closed doors, right? You don't live stream it for the world. So why would you let people look in on you when you go online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like inviting the entire world into all of your meetings. Did you know that your internet service provider knows every single website that you visited? And what's worse is that they can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who will use your data to target you. ExpressVPN puts a stop to all of this.
Here's the story about a girl who was tricking on the air. It might be your mama, but don't you laugh. Last night I saw your mama. She was tricking on the block. You know what she was doing? She was
smoking crack rock.
It's an incredibly foolish belief. What they did out of their hearts. There's no question about that. Placing him in a conservatorship, picking him up from his mother's house as was displayed, allowing him to live in their house, taking him to practice, making sure that he made it there, making sure that he got into a good school, signing all the contracts. They did not do this for money. They did this because they were just good people who cared about him and loved him as though he was their own son. Racial brawl when it should have never turned into that. But take a look at this clip. That cares about you. What a horrible thing to do to a couple that loved you for no reason other than the fact that they felt a connection to you and they wanted to help you. That's where we're at in America, guys. It's pretty depressing, but shame on him. He should drop this legal filing immediately. And people, obviously, I was off last week and people were like, you don't want to discuss this because this was started by white people. It's just so ridiculous. And people send these comments to me, because I would say I cover more white people on this show and the things that they do wrong than any other race in this country. But as I said, black people are sensitive. So they really wanted me to comment on this. So I'm going to make sure that
Candace, they don't watch your channel. They just get your clips. When they're friends in the hood, get a wind of your clips, the ones that they just clip up and they hear it. That's all they hear is your talking points, your punchlines. They don't watch your show, Candace. They don't see that you don't even got black content on there. You don't even talk about black people like that. You on Prince Harry ass, for one. You on that nigga. You be roasting the shit out of that nigga. You know what I mean? They stupid, yo. Just go ahead, Candace. Do your thing.
do. And I don't think you're going to be that surprised by my commentary, but let's just jump into it. So what we're going to show you at first, there's a lot of action going on. Again, you've probably already seen this before, but what we understand is that at root of this issue is you have a man that is working on the boat deck who was trying to get a white man to move his boat. And what you will see at the beginning of this clip is that those two start getting into a fight. There is no question that the white man throws a punch first. And then it looks to me that there's a white woman who tries to break it up, a white man that tries to break it up, and then two other white men that jump into the fight. So this fight begins as 3-on-1, three white men versus one black man. Now, the race just shouldn't matter, but it's going to, because people have made this a racial brawl when it should have never turned into that. But take a look at this clip. So there you have it. He hits him first, no question. I'm sure they got into some argument. He throws his hat. He's ready to fight. Okay, just it's one-on-one, men fighting. Then you see the woman tries to pull him off. This guy's trying to pull him off. But then this guy, these two come out of nowhere. And now we officially have a 3-on-1 fight with this boat guy, the blue shirt that you saw right there. He looked like he was trying to pull them off, and they turned around and started punching him. So this looks like it's a pileup, but it's really 3-on-1. And now you're going to start to see other people jump in. Namely, watch this guy who is swimming. That's just kind of incredible. He has decided he's going to swim in, and he's going to help this boat worker who he feels, and he is correct, has been unfairly jumped.
And salute to my brother, Corinne Evans. Y'all go upstairs at the Brutally Honest and check out that YouTube short. And y'all go over there to the Bell 503 where we honored that man. Now that's a heroic swimmer. That's the young man who used his swimming ability to save 2 girls and a police officer. Yeah. They don't talk about that, though. We don't highlight that in the black community. We highlight negative shit, though. We love the negative shit, the shit we can relate to, because our life is in a shamble. So all we want to see is other people's life in a shamble. But yeah, salute to my guy, Corian Evans, bro. Where y'all look him up, bro. The real heroic swimmer who saves lives.
By these individuals, because no matter what ensues, 3 men on 1 is an act of cowardice. So how this started is because 3 men decided to act like absolute cowards. Okay. Now you realize that the score is.
And for the record, I ain't taking nothing away from this Aquaman. I'm just I'm placing the right title on the right person. You know what I mean? In the black community, we don't place the right titles on the right people. Now, I ain't taking nothing away. Just because I place a title on my boy Corian, don't mean I'm taking away from him. You got to get out of that. Y'all got to get out. That's a victim mentality, because my victory is not your loss, bro. It's not your loss. Corian's victory is not Aquaman's loss. Gotcha.
Isn't even. The fight has broken up, and they get back into their boat. Now we've got 1, 2, 3. They're punching them in the boat. We've got 3 black guys, 4. Now we've got the boat deck workers, and they're not here to break up the fight. You're going to see they start throwing punches too, because they want to avenge what has happened to their coworkers. So they're all throwing punches now. Now we don't have an even fight anymore. We've got everybody jumping on top of everybody. And
no, you're not going to report this like that either, Candace. You're not going to report this like that, Candace. Now I know you not. This is why you our sister from across the street. But you're not going to report this like that, Candace. You're not. Because when somebody starts something, you cannot pick how the retaliation comes, sis. Now, see, this is where our background split. This is where our upbringings going to separate now. I don't know the fuck you smoking on, but let me hear you out. Let me hear you out now.
Apparently the sides that are being picked are being drawn across racial lines. So you will notice, and this is the most important part to me, is that the women that are in this are exclusively just trying to pull people off, right? They're just trying to pull their husbands off, their spouses off. I really started getting upset with this video when I started seeing women getting pummeled for absolutely no reason, because this obviously was no longer about the fight anymore. It really just became about people wanting to see this brawl take place, wanting this to turn into a racial brawl. And that's when people lost the upper hand. That's what happens. The upper hand got completely lost. Justified in the beginning when you had a fight that was 3-on-1. Absolutely. Like I said.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds!
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one! You dirty...
Now, Candace, you see what the fuck I be talking about, and the bell not here to save you now, sister. The bell not here to save you now, sister. Candace. Candace. This is why you waited so long to touch on this story, Candace. Because Candace, you gonna act like you ain't see one of them white ladies commits to kicking on that man, Candace. We all saw the footage, Candace. Now, you know, this is where it's a teachable moment for us at the Righteous Fair, because what I teach y'all, you can learn from everybody. You know what I mean? And you ain't got to agree with everybody. And you test everybody's spirit. You know what I mean? Now, I know my sister very well. I've grown to learn her very well. This is not one of her subjects right here. This is not a subject she should be talking on, because clearly she got her blinders on. She got her blinders on because her narrative is correct. Her narrative is correct. Black people have a victim mindset, and Black people do like to see others hurt because they are hurting. They're hurting themselves, though. Nobody else is hurting them. Black people are hurting themselves. So now they like to see others hurt. But Candace, right is right and wrong is wrong, Candace. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But this is what happened, guys, when you take their money. When you take their money, you can't fully report and record and report on these situations wholeheartedly, bro. You got to be biased. You got to be drinking the Kool-Aid. You got to be shielding. And see, I called it out. Y'all know I fuck with Candace, bro. But I'm not gonna go along to get along. This is what I teach. This is a teachable moment, guys. Very teachable moment. All right.
Said it was an act of cowardice. And when you see those sorts of things, you want bigger men to stand up. But then this turns into something that is way more disgusting. And a person picks up a chair and begins beating people with it, namely a young woman who is literally trying to simply get what I assume to be her husband.
All right, but what you're not talking about, though, Candace, is that those was older Black guys. And those were middle-aged white people. Those were elder Black guys and women and middle-aged white people. You're not addressing that. That's important, because somewhere there should be some respect. Like, I ain't even gonna hit this old man. Like me, I don't go around hitting white old mans. Like, yo, he's an old man. White, whether white or Black, old is old. So it's like off limits. Where was that respect? You can't, Candace. You can't.
Out of the fight. So let's watch clips of how this then becomes something much more disgusting and more sinister than it ever had to become. Take a look at this. Still fighting along racial lines here. Now this is one-on-one. Not anymore. Look at this. Now women are involved. I mean, this is just horrible. I don't know why that woman.
All right. So where did the men hit the woman at, Candace? Where did the men hit the woman at, Candace? And yes, I agree. I see there that. Hold on. Let me play that back, Candace. Because no.
Something much more disgusting and more sinister than it ever had to become. Take a look at this.
All right.
Still fighting along racial lines here. Now this is one-on-one.
Now y'all see the sister is helping. The sister with the purple was originally helping the white lady with the red try to break it up. Now you can see your queen, your queen, you know what I mean, your hell of a mother right here with the white. Now you can see her come through. She just got that energy. You can tell this bitch backed up. She need a man. You know what I mean?
Not anymore.
All right.
Look at
now
this.
She can't put
Now
the
women are involved. I mean, this is just horrible. I don't know why that woman is getting jumped by those two women. That makes
and keep them. You're right, Candace. And those are older women. Those women got kids. They blame men for everything in the black community. They blame men for all of the violence. They blame men for all of the bullshit, all of the foolery. But the women don't act like women over here, Candace. You're right on that.
Absolutely no sense. She was trying to pull her husband off, and they just start kicking her. Now we have a guy picking up a chair and beating a man with it.
That's an older man, Candace, though.
At this circumstance, I don't get how any person...
No, you get no points for that commentary on the chair part, Candace. You get no points on that. No points at all. I thought you was going to talk about how they try to make money off this shit with the T-shirts like you see in the thumbnail. But no, Candace, that was warranted, bro. That old man, shit, when you got to do what you got to do in the midst of that, in the heat of the battle. You just got through telling us how the police officer is life or death. What the fuck is you talking about, Candace? It was all good just a week ago. Candace, you just said in situations where there is life and death, that is an older man getting hit. You know, we suffer from strokes and heart attacks and shit like that, Candace. You know that, right? You know that. Come on, you dumb, Candace. Shut up.
And looks at this clip and says, well, this was justified. Of course, this is not justified. You're now having women being beat because of what I presume to be a bunch of drunk men who didn't know how to get into order. Again, there's no question here who started this fight. There's no question who threw the first fight. But this doesn't even become about who threw the first fight anymore. This just becomes a situation in which everybody should be ashamed. This last clip is something that I was so disgusted when I saw it that I couldn't believe that there were people online that were celebrating and parading and applauding this as some sort of racial justice. Take a look at this woman who gets beat with a chair. Watch that woman in the red that you're seeing who's been on the ground. She was just trying to get her husband off of someone, and then she got beat by two women. Watch what's going to happen to her. She's fully on the ground. She's just trying to get up. Look at that. She just fully hits her in the head, completely defenseless. And that is the most, to me, honestly, that was the most despicable thing that I've seen. Like I said, something that bothered me.
Candace, that's what it is. It was that one moment right there. Niggas go fuck it all the way up. You know niggas, yo. We got to always fuck it up, bro. With every 2 steps forward we go, we move 15 steps. God damn, Candace. Damn, B. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Proceed, Candace. Proceed, man. I'm with you on that one.
By seeing the women that were getting beat for absolutely no reason other than trying to get their respective husbands or boyfriends or sons out of the fight. And it is at that moment that the only conclusion of what took place here should be absolute filth all around. Again, there is no question as to who started this fight. There is no question that everyone who got involved there was obviously not sober. There's no reason that you're motivated to hit a woman that is on the ground over the head with a chair because some drunk guy wouldn't move his boat and hit a boat deck person, right? Keep the fight between men. So my conclusion on this is that A, this was not a racial fight. I don't know why it got broken up between racial lines. I don't know why the internet ate this up as something that was justified because thank goodness, after a couple of absolute filthy idiots started to fight, being those 3 men who jumped on 1 man, like I said, a complete act of cowardice, that even more cowards jumped in and then began beating women. Everybody's wrong here. Everybody's wrong, right? There is such a thing as being justified in your emotion at the beginning and then allowing your emotions to get the best of you. And then you end up on the side of wrongness as well. And that's exactly what took place here. So
I agree with you halfway though, Candace. And I love you to death, Candace, because you the truth and then you good for the black community, bro, because you call it out, bro. But Candace, you can't, it's not like that, bro. You see, that's the bullshit now. That's the bullshit. See, that's you that's some loser shit right there. That's what the loser say. That's what the loser of the shit say. When you didn't start it, Candace. Now that black man didn't start that fight, bro. It's not about color. Let's remove the color. The black. You can't even remove him. You can't. The black guy did not motherfucking start it. So just because they OD'd to win it. Don't discredit. Don't take their win away, Candace. You can't take their win away. If they're gonna feel good about it, let them feel good about it. You can't then try to say, "Oh, everybody's wrong," because at the end of the day, everybody's not wrong. The black man didn't ask to be punched in the face and have to fight, so he's not wrong. He's not wrong, Candace. And we can't lump everybody up. Oh, let's all play nice. And no, if we touch on these topics, right, people come to us because they want to hear our opinion. They want to know where our mind at. Since we get on here and we tell them shit and they give us their time, they want to know our authentic mind. They want you to be genuine, Candace. You lose genuine points, bro, because you sticking to your cloth right now. You ain't give us your honest opinion on this. You straddling on the fence with this one, Candace. I mean, but we emotionally intelligent enough to know. I mean, so we're gonna take all of the good stuff you said for what it is, and we'll just throw away the stuff that you leave vague, that you left in the gray area, Candace. But we still love you here at the Righteous Fear.
I was not proud to see this video. I didn't feel inspired to see this video. I didn't think that we avenged the sins of American slavery when I saw this video. These are some real live takes that were on the internet, because we now live in a culture that even when we see filth, we don't recognize it. We just say it's justified filth. It's justified filth. We justify the filth by the fact that this fight was started by 3 white guys. No, we don't. Wrong is wrong. And everything that took place was wrong. All right, guys, that is almost all the time that we have today, but I want to remind you that it is the 1-year anniversary of The Greatest Lie. So fitting, we're talking about brainwash, we're talking about Black Lives Matter rotting your brain, we're talking about filth. Well, we can hardly talk about all of those things without talking about the George Floyd story, which was the greatest lie that was ever sold to the American public. Unbelievable to even reflect upon it. I know I did my due diligence. We did the documentary. We went and spoke to George Floyd's roommates. And what I learned was astonishing. I know that millions of people have watched it, and I'm encouraging you, if you have not seen it, please watch it. It's something that I am so proud of. And I will just take you guys back to the trailer so you get excited about it again. Take a listen. So Black Lives Matter released their 990 IRS filings. They collected $80 million. Where is that money?
It's not here. Everything looks worse than it was.
Where have you seen that money impacted throughout the city? So my producer just sent me a link. It is just shocking to me because of how much money was raised to think that where he lived, the bills weren't being covered. Super frustrating, but that's a dead end, so. And here's where it gets really interesting. Ready for some BLM pride? Another $200K went to escorts, BDSM workers, strippers, peep show workers, phone sex operators, and webcam performers. And then at that moment, it became personal. And I thought, not only am I going to say the truth, I am going to scream the truth louder than you can scream the lies.
My girl, Candace, man. Sheesh, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the live today. That was Candace's first time speaking on the Montgomery joint. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and y'all share the content so we can get it in the algorithms and get some views on there, guys. How y'all feeling, man? Shit-a-ding-ding. What's going on, my guy? My guy. Yeah, I don't know, son. Everybody's saying I'm funny, but I don't know. I just be telling the truth, bro. People be bugging the fuck out, bro. People be bugging the fuck out. It be the people. It don't be me. I just be talking on the people. The people be doing the funny shit. And I just be reporting on it. But word, guys, we gonna go on and get on out of here, guys. Man, yo. BT, what's up, BT? XL Pro. Bro to the pro. What's going on, bro? Bro, I'm gonna need you, bro. I still got this video that I need to do a show with you, bro. It's about a couple of it's a Passport Bro show. I mean, a real Passport Bro show. It's about a couple of places you could go and reinvent yourself, not in America. You know what I mean? I got a list. So, bro, we got a link. All right? Y'all, salute, squad. I see y'all. I'm done for the night. I see y'all in the morning. All right, guys? But If y'all got any questions or anything, you know what I mean? Nah, you all good, man. You all good. Don't worry about it, man. You already know, man. It be y'all, man. Y'all. It be y'all, man. Oh my God, you a New Yorker? Shoulda dang dang. Oh man, no doubt. But you would never see me on the 4 train, bro. Nah, man, I don't take the train. Shoulda dang dang. I haven't been on the train in about 13 years. You know what I mean? In fact, I'm lying. My last time I was on the train was 2 weeks ago for the first time in 13 years because I had to go down to court and get some things situated that they should have been had situated. But word, it was mesmerizing. It was like, wow. It was like shit change. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Ain't that some shit though? Ain't that some shit, yo? I mean, how about the girl, guys? How about the girl that was not trying to hear the facts though? All she kept saying was the system, the system, the system. Shit crazy out this motherfucker, boy. These people don't like the truth, bro. Facts. Facts, man. All right, y'all. We gonna roll on out, man. I see y'all later, man. Y'all already know. See y'all tomorrow, actually, yo. Yo, those of you that like wrestling content, I'm gonna be live later tonight at the red carpet ring. I'm gonna be over there. Going in, yo. Going in. So I see y'all there, if anything, guys. I check y'all, man. Be safe. Yo, as a matter of fact, somebody said y'all was throwing papers, yo. Y'all better not be throwing papers when I turn my back. Y'all better not be throwing no papers when I turn my back. I know y'all Goodbreads be. And it be them girls sneaking in here. What you say? What you say?
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.